All right, this is One-Eyed Jacks, and we're going to go over another thread today, another fascinating thread, Kubrickian thread, of course, and it involves the repetition of fire. So let's take a look at this. Let's do this. One, two, three, go.
The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be lighted.
So we have Apollo
Thank you.
15.
Coffee will be ready.
Mom?
Danny wants to play with his fire truck.
Yeah?
Oh, you drink coffee, don't
Can I go to my room and get my fire engine?
Fire engine.
Not right now. Daddy's asleep.
And Dad sees him. He wants to stop him too. He doesn't want to go anywhere near that fire engine. Put the fire out. No, 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 no,
Can I go to my room and get my fire engine?
no. No, you cannot go. You know, of course, we see Jack in the mirror in the mirrored lake
Come here
picture.
for a
It's
minute first.
double mirror, right? Or, yeah, quadruple mirror.
I doubt. We can
We have the
always think
chain
about having some
smoking.
tests
Every
done. No, thank you.
chance we get, Shelley's
I'm sure
lighting
you're
up
right.
or smoking and that's
My
repeated.
girls, they didn't care for the Overlook at first.
No, they didn't care for it.
One of them actually stole a pack of matches and tried to burn
So
it down.
what we have to remember is in the book,
But
the
I
hotel burns down, the boiler explodes,
corrected them, sir.
and it burns down. In the movie, it's frozen. So here we go. We have Wendy again, chain smoking. You know, we see all
Mom?
we see the Star Trek phaser toy, we see the baseball,
They really want to go
we see the
to
Catcher in the
hotel for
Rye,
the
we see Tom and Jerry in the mug. I mean, all the clues are there, right in front of you.
It'll be lots of fun.
So she's chain smoking. So now here she is in the boiler room, which explodes and burns the hotel down in the book, but doesn't in the movie. So Kubrick doesn't include the fires from the
Terrible nightmare I ever had.
So here we have Jack, and he's talking about
The most horrible dream I ever had.
It's
chop
okay,
them
it's
up
okay
with
now.
a Collins fire
Really?
axe.
Well, I dreamed that I killed you and Danny.
So this is Kubrick. He's
I
chopping
didn't
movies
just
up,
kill you.
and you stack them neatly.
Cut you up into little pieces.
Little clips. Here you have Barry Ullman,
He killed his family with an axe.
and he chopped him up with a Collins
Stacked
fire
them
axe. So
neatly
we
in
have
one
this
of the rooms with the
Collins
west
fire
wing,
axe,
and then he
fire truck,
he put both barrels of a shotgun in his
and
mouth.
he killed himself.
Police, they thought that it was what the old timers used to call cabin fever.
So we got log cabin fever.
Claustrophobic reaction,
And
which
Laurel
can occur
Canyon.
when people are shut in together over long periods of time.
And we have the raging fire right next to the smoky colored bear rug. So it's a smoky bear rug. Smokey the bear, his saying was, only you can prevent forest fires. So here's the Collins chrome or nickel-plated Collins fire axe that Jack's going to slice his family up and stack them neatly with, which is Kubrick's allegorical story that you're taking these clips and you're stacking them neatly, which is exactly what we're doing. So Wendy's, you know, this is a... So then we have the Burns twins. They were sisters in the book, and they were sisters in the interview with Jack. He says, oh, they're about 8 and 10.
Tragedy. And he came up here with his wife and two little girls, I think about 8 and 10.
So if they're 8 and 10, they're not twins. But here we have Burns twins. And we're told this repeatedly. And of course, they're bipolar. One smiles, one frowns. So we have the smoking again. Wendy's chain smoking.
we're
Everywhere
just
she
fine.
goes, she's smoking.
But our telephones don't seem to be doing too well.
Just like the Apollo 1 crew, their telephones went out. We have the Burns twins. They want to play. So there's the Gemini twin. These are all the twins. You know, Hal's a twin. Elvis is a twin.
Come and play with us.
Come and play with us. Linda Hamilton's a twin. So Fire Walk with Me. It's about fire. It's about Icarus, and he flew too close to the sun and burned his wings. And you know, Kubrick tells us in his final speech, you know, he never understood the meaning of the story. Was it to build better wings, or was it to not fly too high? There's a raging fire next to the smoky-colored rug.
Forget the sometimes painful efforts that gave us these achievements. Spacecraft Commander Dave Scott.
I think many people have contributed to this pinnacle we've reached. Some have contributed more than others.
So this is the Apollo 1 crew. They were burned to death. Some definitely have contributed more than others. And there's the lemon that was placed on the Apollo 1 capsule that burns up. They all die. And we have the story in the paper about the 3 men die in a fiery crash. It was murder. It wasn't an accident. And the Phoenix, the Firebird. The Apollo 1 ghost ship. It flew too high, too close to Saturn the Sun, or Apollo the Sun. There's the crew. They're all dead. Icarus is dead. He flew too high, too close to Apollo, just like Kubrick did. Too close to Apollo. There's Icarus crater and Dome crater.
And we know of
the first
14
two craters
individuals
they see on
who
Apollo
contributed
15,
all they had.
which is this mission right
And
here.
because of that, we left a small memorial on the moon.
So they left the Kubrick.
About 20 feet
That's what it's
north of
called,
Rover 1,
on the moon.
in a small subtle crater,
The Kubrick
there's a simple
figurine.
plaque with 14 names. And those are the names in
So there's
alphabetical
your
order
death card.
of all the astronauts and cosmonauts who have died in the pursuit of exploration of space. Near it is a small figure representing
With no
a fallen
arms.
astronaut.
He's fallen. He's not walking.
We
He's
went
fallen.
to the moon as trained observers in order to gather data not only with our instruments on board, but with our minds. And I'd like to quote a statement from Plutarch, which I think expresses our feelings since we've come back. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be lighted.
Fire to
Thank
be
you.
lighted.
The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be lighted. Thank you.
That's exactly what it is. A fire to be lighted. And all this stuff is just bullshit done to fool you. And Kubrick lit the fire. He flew too close to the sun, and that was it. There's a Collins fire axe. That's what it looks like. It's a Collins brand fire axe. And there's the smoking. They're both smoking in this picture. Smoking. She's smoking in this picture. Smoking. And both are smoking in this picture. So we're playing games, and chain smoking is one of the clues. So it's chain smoking, Smokey the Bear, only you can prevent. You have the Phoenix Biltmore is where the Red Bathman is based off of. The Phoenix missile. The Phoenix. The Phoenix. Firebird. The Firebird. The Phoenix and Smokey and the Bandit. It's really double. You have Johnny DeLorean creates the first Firebird. And he creates the DeLorean as well. So there's a, that's really good. It's a Firebird Kubrick. That's pretty good. And of course, it's a jumper and a leaper, and that's the whole other movie.
I'm sorry.
So
I can see how that would affect your Christmas. I made that whole thing up. What? I'm sorry. I guess I just wanted to seem interesting. I guess there's a real danger of that on this show.
There's a pressure.
Well, yeah,
yes,
people come out and they run out of anecdotes, and they just start making stuff up. Like that Neil Armstrong guy. Have you seen him on the talk shows?
Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon.
Talking about a fish story.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
So this is how we connect to
Man, and they're buying it.
Okay.
Giant Leap to
Now you seem to be in pretty good shape physically. You work out all the time.
Yeah. So that's, you link all these things together and you come away with a fire is a thread. And this is by no means a complete list. This is an armchair run through. And that's it. And guys, have a great night or day, whatever, wherever time it is, wherever you are. And don't forget to subscribe. I keep harping on. I gotta make 1,000, maybe. We're doing it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And carpe diem.